FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Washington football team taking on the London Black Knights.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here's Harris to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First carry for the Memphis. And Antonio Gibson. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And back deep, Cooper Kupp. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles. If you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. 82 yards. And the Black Knights have taken the early lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this returnable for Cup. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown! A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
Here's Harris to return it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. And got his man, complete. Touchdown. A big play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Black Knights are able to add on to that lead.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball. That team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
London about set to take over on offense.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right in your play.
He's got a man, complete, past the 20, touchdown. A great play there. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable.
And the Black Knights open the lead up to 34-0.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away.
Here's Harris to return it.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Look, I know everybody wants to be #1 in everything they do, but he's #2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter.
He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
London about set to take over on offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Black Knights have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Back to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
They'll look to throw now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Going to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 87 yards.
And the Black Knights just continue to roll.
That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Second and 3. Looking sideline, incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This is brought in by Gibson.
It's a first down and more for Gibson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A great play there. 56 yards.
And the Black Knights are pouring it on.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
And the last time that they were on the field, little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. He'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot, because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown. A great effort there. 68 yards.
And the Black Knights continue to pull away here in this first half.
And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record. 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable.
Pressure comes and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. They're going to look to throw. Full right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there.
They've got his man complete. 20. Touchdown. A big play there. 88 yards.
And the Black Knights have got it on cruise control.
Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went off past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
They'll run. It's Gibson.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike.
Washington going to send out their punter.
He's been terrific so far. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved him out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big. He's got him in, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Black Knights extend their lead yet again.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
It felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Here's Harris to return it.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Rolling to his left. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. Finding the end zone yet again.
And the Black Knights just continue to roll.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's return. By the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
And the Washington offense heading out.
And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've been stymied left and right. Converted only 1 time. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
7 yards to pick up there.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on here to punt it. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds.
Offense.
They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum.
And got his man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. And what a big time. Things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. He flat out can't be stopped.
And the Black Knights are pouring it on.
And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Here's Harris to return it.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Back to throw here. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again.
And the Black Knights have got it on cruise control. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here.
They'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Here we go on the next drive for Washington.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch two. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 1. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say
he's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Black Knights will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Here's Harris to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where you see the final score there. Rashard Higgins, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill, excellent in the victory as his guys run their mark to 4-2 on the year. And finally, a good one scheduled for Monday Night Football between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He's going to go up top again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. A great play there. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Black Knights extend their lead yet again. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down in inches. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Now he'll look to throw here on second. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
London about set to take over on offense.
And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just...
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. Going for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Finding the end zone yet again.
And the Black Knights just continue to roll.
Now Mike McCarthy's saying let's go for 2. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
We got four. We got four.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense.
And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Now this one complete on the slant route.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. That was so well timed. Just a perfect throw on the slant.
Hit him on the move, didn't he? Now he's going against the grain of the defenders coming over to try and stop him. That allowed for that additional yardage downfield.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Gibson again.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson,
His fourth touchdown on the year.
and Washington able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just what...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. A great effort there. He flat out can't be stopped.
And the Black Knights take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And that one needed a little time to develop because he started lined up out wide left. He caught that on the right side of the field.
And you're exactly right about the time, because that's not going to be a quick developing pattern, but also great sight lines for the guy throwing the ball to see a receiver cross his face and his sight line from one side of the field to the other. That usually attracts your attention. If you think he's open, you go ahead and deliver it, as we just saw there.
And he's brought down. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll look to throw here. A quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They'll run here with Gibson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Looking to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Let's get him. Come on.
A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Sure, he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. London about set to take over on offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again. And the Black Knights are pouring it on. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Second and 11. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. That man again, it's complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on first down. Tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Stop right there. Hey. 4 down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability. Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. And a huge play that time. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to take another shot here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. He flat out can't be stopped. And the Black Knights add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't
like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? And got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown. A great effort there. Finding the end zone yet again.
And the Black Knights look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll find Everett there, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second and 2. In trouble, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to kick it away.
Cup now on the return. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
London about set to take over on offense.
And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And they rattle off a big one toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd and 8 coming up.
He'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return.
London about set to take over on offense.
Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A big play there. He flat out can't be stopped.
And the Black Knights have got it on cruise control.
They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
Yeah, I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Harris to return it.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to... What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build here on 2nd down.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll come on to kick this one away.
London about set to take over on offense.
We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thump.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way down to the 37. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go up top again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. Finding the end zone yet again.
And the Black Knights extend their lead yet again.
So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Harris to return it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Washington offense.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of...
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
London about set to take over on offense.
The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. He flat out can't be stopped.
And the Black Knights just continue to roll.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Now back to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again.
And the Black Knights are pouring it on.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
try and start this drive in the air.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Single. Mike, check 33. 33. All day, just like that.
They'll drop to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.